Welcome back to my channel. I have a few new subscribers. Hello, sorry, I didn't really itchy eye then. A few new subscribers. Hello out there. Sorry, sometimes I can be, as you'll realise, or maybe you have realised, I'm quite dramatic. Please don't unfollow me because of it. But yeah, so thank you for subscribing. If you don't know who I am, my name is Somi Echezona Wooly. Wooly is my new last name. Anyway, yeah, and I do videos about events and weddings, as well as acting videos, which I haven't done in a long time, but that is changing this year. That is changing. And then vlogs as well. So yeah, so today is another episode of how to find your wedding catering. So I always harp on that catering and the venue are the biggest thing and the biggest part of your budget. So this video is going to help you just decide basically more what you're spending your money on, or what you should be looking for when looking for your catering team. If this video helps you, don't forget to like and subscribe. So this is a step-by-step guide on how to help you find your catering. So step number one is to actually determine what type of wedding you're having. So the vibe, sorry if there's a hole in my jumper as well. Basically, let's pretend that's the style, because I need to get a sewing kit. But anyway, off tangent, but yeah, so decide the vibe of your wedding. So is it going to be relaxed? Is it going to be formal, semi-formal, or are you having like a festival wedding, intimate wedding, boho wedding, luxury wedding? Like, what type of wedding are you hoping to have? Obviously that's what you decide between you and your partner. The type of people you are, the type of friends and family you have, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. So this will all help determine, obviously, other bits of the wedding, like photography and whatnot, but also what type of food you might want as well. Step two, after you've sorted out the vibe of the wedding, is to find out your budget. So the budget for the entire wedding, and then, like I always say, the catering is 20% of your budget. So for example, you have to think about all the costs that come with catering, because not just food, you're actually paying for labour, you're paying for transport, you're paying for maybe amendments, vendors' meals. Like, there's a lot that comes into it, and it's not just the wedding breakfast, so the main meal or the evening reception meal. And then so with that, you need to actually think you might need to put, well, like I said, 20% or put more towards the catering side. For example, you can't expect to invite 200 guests and then if you're having a 3-course plated meal, pay something like £1,000. Like, it's just not possible. Or if it is possible, check who you're going with and check your tummies the next day or the toilet the next day, because that's all I have to say about that. But yeah, you can't expect to pay about £1,000 for 200 people for 3-course plated meals. Just in what I've experienced is not possible. And if you want quality as well, it's not possible. I'm not saying to go crazy, but you need to be realistic as well. I feel like I'm using my hands a lot. But yeah, you need to be realistic as well. So that's why I always say, don't skimp out on catering, don't skimp out on the venue. Decide your budget overall and put 20% of your money towards that element. Step 3 is deciding on what your favourite meals are, really, I always say. Because you can be if you're not fussed on food, fair enough. But I do think there's always something that each couple likes, whether that's like a dessert truck, churros, Italian meals, Mexican, tapas. Like, there's always something a couple likes, or maybe one person in that couple likes, and that's why you should include it in your day. It makes it special to you. Again, it's not carbon copy with the chicken dinner, soup starter, chicken for main, and then, I don't know, sticky toffee pudding for dessert. Don't get me wrong, sticky toffee pudding is literally elite, but you know, you need to think about things that you enjoy. Like I said, there's so much money that goes into the food. And also for your guests, like, that's where they're going to spend a lot of their time, is during the wedding breakfast. So whether that's sitting down or interacting, however you serve it, really, that's the main chunk of the wedding. And that's why so many guests walk away remembering what the food was like. And you want your food to be good at your wedding. You don't want to have bad memories, or, you know, your guests to be like, oh, that person's food was rubbish. or the catering food was rubbish. So that's why you need to think about, like really think about in detail what type of food you want to serve. So like I said, Mexican, Italian, you could want the British classic or the Rosal foods if that's what you guys really enjoy. Do you enjoy tapas? Do you enjoy more street food? Like think about all those things, and that will help you decide on which catering company to go to as well. So, based on all of that, step 4 is actually deciding on how you want your meal to be served. So when I say this, it's do you want it on plate? So waiters to come out for each course with waiters to come out serving each course like plated meal. So that's the 3-course plated meal. That's almost a tongue twister. Or like I said, if you like street food, if you're going for a festival wedding, or even something that's just more relaxed, maybe you can have a buffet type. Or right now what's quite popular, which I quite like, is the family style service. So it's like an American style. I think Thanksgiving, all the food is on the table for you, and then all the guests can share the food per table. And it's just great to interact with different guests, you know, have a talk with each other, and also it makes the service a bit quicker and smoother in my opinion. But yeah, so family sharing style, what did I say, street food, so you can have vans if you wanted to, you can have a tapas board, antipasti board. There's so many options, but think about how you want it served, because how you want it served goes into the cost as well. So if you're having the 3-course plated meal, you need more waiters, because there's normally about 2 waiters per table, something depending on how large the wedding is. Or if you wanted the buffet style, then obviously there's going to be less servers there. So yeah, think about those things and how you want your wedding to feel as well. The last and final point, point 5, or step 5 even, don't know if I've been talking in points or steps, I can't remember, but point 5 is to check your local areas and then the surrounding areas based on everything that you've liked from those previous steps. So it's always best to check local, because that means the transport cost will be less, because you have to pay for the equipment as well, or the caterers will include that per head, the equipment costs into that, as well as, like, you know, cutlery and different things. So it's always best to shop local or the surrounding areas, because then it just is easier on the wallet. But if there's something that you really, really like, obviously branch out and then see if that catering team can travel to your wedding. And obviously if you're abroad and different things, loads of different things come into it. But as long as you do that research, you'll know what you're looking for, and obviously the sort of benchmark, you'll think about price range as well. And that's all the steps. So these are the beginner steps on how to book your catering team. There's a lot more that goes into it after you've booked them. Obviously how the food tasting maybe with them, and then obviously dietaries and whatnot, because we live in an age where there's dietaries everywhere, comes into it as well. But this is just the basic steps on how to actually book your team, and then that's just one thing ticked off the list that you're excited about, you know. The catering part is actually quite exciting, because like I said, it's an interactive part of the wedding, which is the food tasting, which is my favourite part. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.